Hello, everybody. It is Lanissa and Kate, and we are back with another episode of What's Hot and What's Not for physician liaisons and healthcare sales reps everywhere. Our unscripted episode today, What's Hot is what is hot, Kate?
Showing up. Show
Oh,
up.
yeah, showing up. That's right. We are
Yeah.
showing up today. We are talking about what's hot is showing up. And what we mean by showing up, and not only showing up, but keep showing up, is just exactly what it sounds like, showing up. And it sounds crazy, but it's true. I can't tell you how many times I've heard offices tell me stories of reps that don't show up. They don't show up for breakfast. They don't show up for lunch. They don't show up for an appointment. They haven't seen them for months. They don't return phone calls. They don't show up. And my very first manager who hired me used to tell me all the time, showing up is half the battle. And my very first mentor used to tell me, if you just get up and go to work from 9 to 5, get up, get dressed, get out of your house, get in your car, and go in your territory from the hours of 8 to 5, you will see offices and you will work. Just show up. And that was two lessons that I learned very early on from my first manager and my first mentor, was just show up. And it sounds crazy how many people don't show up, but show up and then keep showing up. And I know, Kate, we have both had experiences with offices where we kept showing up and they did not refer to us at all, told us they would never refer to us or never use our product. And we kept showing up. And because we kept showing up, they did start using our product and actually became loyal customers of ours. So I would love to hear your experience with showing up.
Yeah. It does sound so simple to just go, but that's such a huge part of the job. If you're a field rep, you're supposed to be in the field, like
Right.
during the day, and there's one-offs and trainings and whatnot that take you out of the field, but like on a normal day, you gotta go in the office. And it's so easy, I think, if you go into an office that is so overtly with a competitor, or so we would know we always work with so and so, and it's not you. It may not be comfortable to keep going in there, but if you can, like you said, you never know what's going to happen. You just never know what's going on with the competitor, and you may have seen it with customers that were loyal to you. One thing changes and they go with somebody else. So if they know your face, your name, your product, you've done your best to provide them with everything that they needed. You just don't know what's going to happen, and you're there waiting in the wings to be their rebound when they have a bad breakup with somebody else. So it can definitely benefit you that way. And I'm with you. I've heard doctors ask me if certain reps still work for other companies, and I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, is so and so still with blah blah blah? And you're like, maybe. Why? And they're like, we just haven't seen them in 6 months, or they brought their business card, but we never saw them again. And like just completely leaving them hanging like that. They'll never know your name, your face, and what you represent if you don't show up. A phone call is not the same. Showing up once a quarter is not the same. Showing up once every 6 months is, I think that's how often their exterminator shows up. Like, you want to be on the same level as their exterminator? No, like you want them to expect to see you. If they haven't seen you in a few weeks, they might be wondering when you're coming in next. Like, you want to leave them expecting to see your face in their office.
Yes. So show up, because showing up is hot. What is not hot is ghosting your customers. So not returning their calls, not returning their voicemails, not showing up for appointments, or just not showing up in general. Not only does that hurt your reputation personally and professionally, it hurts your company, it hurts your sales, it hurts your performance, and it hurts everybody all the way around. But it also just doesn't make you feel good. I mean, I don't know. I just I don't, when I'm not doing a good job, I know it, and it doesn't make me feel good. So, I mean, leave all of the other stuff out of it. It's just not a good feeling. So I don't know. It
And I
just
think
doesn't make you feel good.
it doesn't make you feel good. And I think you got to ask yourself, what do you think's going to happen? Like, what do you think's going to happen by you showing up every 6 months and leaving a bunch of brochures and a business card? What do you think is actually going to happen in that office? Nothing. Like nothing. There's no way to move the dial forward if you are not consistent and consistently building upon the last interaction, right? And you can't do that if you don't go into the office.
Yes, you're certainly
Simple as that.
Yes, you're certainly not serving their patients, and you're certainly not serving your customers by ghosting them.
Or yeah, you're not serving yourself professionally.
Right. Absolutely not. So show up, because that is what's hot. And as much as it sounds like common sense, you would be shocked at how many people don't show up. And sometimes it's really easy to hit that snooze button when nobody's making you go out and make those calls. And if you're like Kate and I, and we have been in that 110-degree Texas heat in July and August, and it would be so easy to skip out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But guess what? That is when your competitors aren't making their calls. So that's when you can set yourself apart and really serve your customers well. So showing up is what's hot, and we want to see you succeed, and we want to see you serve your customers and serve their patients well. So if you want to learn more, check us out at lb.solutions. Until next time, we'll see you later.